We've all seen it. A player comes into the league and takes it by storm. He looks to be the next big thing until an unforeseen circumstance happens and that player is on the street looking for work. This story is of a 5th-round draft pick from Florida State who surprised everyone. At the end of the 2015 season, the general consensus was that the Buffalo Bills stole Karlos Williams in the 5th round. 16 months after drafting him, the Buffalo Bills surprisingly cut Williams, and he is yet to play another down in the NFL. Karlos Jermel Williams Sr. was born May 4th, 1993. In his early years, Williams attended Ridge Community High School in Davenport, Florida, where he was a 3-sport athlete in football, track, and basketball. He played safety and running back and was considered the 2nd best safety and the 8th best overall prospect in his class. The dude was also a beast at track. He won the 200-meter dash event at the 2010 East County Track Meet with a time of 22.49 seconds. In college, Williams played safety his first 2 seasons at Florida State. As a true freshman in 2011, he played in 12 games as a backup safety and a return specialist. He missed the team's bowl game due to a broken wrist that he suffered in the team's regular season finale. In his sophomore season, Williams was again a backup safety and a return specialist. He saw action in all 14 games but only started 1. Williams entered his junior year as a safety but was moved to running back after just 1 game, playing behind senior Devonta Freeman. His first carry was a 65-yard house call against the Nevada Wolfpack, and he never looked back, finishing the season with 730 rushing yards, 11 touchdowns on 91 attempts. In the 2013 season, the Florida State Seminoles reached the BCS National Championship game. Williams rushed for only 25 yards on 5 carries. He was, however, involved in one of the more pivotal plays of the game, converting a 7-yard fake punt on 4th and 4 to help wheel his team to a 34-31 victory over the Auburn Tigers, capturing the team's 3rd BCS title and the first since 1999. With Freeman going to the NFL, Karlos Williams was now the starting running back for the Florida State Seminoles going into his senior year. In October of that year, Williams' girlfriend and soon-to-be mother of his child took to social media to show that she was a victim of domestic violence. Williams was investigated for domestic battery, but no charges ever came from the situation. Regardless, it was a bad look. The situation was magnified because months earlier, Jameis Winston was caught stealing crab from a supermarket. With 2 high-profile players in the news for all the wrong things, a lot of people started to wonder, what's going on with FSU? Despite the team's off-the-field issues, Florida State was still amongst one of the most talented teams in the NCAA, including players such as Nick O'Leary, Jalen Ramsey, Ronald Darby, and a freshman sensation that would eventually replace Karlos Williams as the starting running back named Dalvin Cook. With a reduced role, Karlos, a senior and leader on the team, did what he could to help FSU get back to its 2nd consecutive BCS title game. He rushed for 689 yards on 150 attempts with 11 touchdowns. The team went 13-0 down the stretch and qualified for the first ever college football playoff, ranking as a 3 seed. The stage was now set for the 3rd seed Florida State Seminoles to face off against the 2nd seed Oregon Ducks in a semifinal matchup at the Rose Bowl. Knowing this could potentially be his last game in the NCAA, Karlos Williams was determined to go out with a bang. He rushed for 80 yards and a touchdown and added another 59 receiving. Still, his 139 scrimmage yards weren't enough to wheel his team to victory as the Ducks steamrolled the Seminoles 59-20. And just like that, Karlos Williams' college career was over. He would now set his sights on the NFL draft. Williams worked out at the NFL Combine like most NFL prospects do. He went through the rigorous interview process, with NFL teams trying to figure out if they wanted to employ him. This was his time to sell himself to all 32 NFL teams on what kind of football player and what kind of man that he was.
The more coaching I get, the better I'm going to perform on the next level. I weighed in at 230. I ran fast at Florida State weighing 230. I weighed a little bit more than that the first time I touched the ball at Florida State.
With the 155th pick, the Buffalo Bills decided to take a chance on Karlos Williams in the 5th round. The Bills hoped that he would learn behind fan favorite Fred Jackson and the newly acquired LeSean McCoy. The Buffalo Bills' new head coach, Rex Ryan,
this thing on? Because it's getting ready to be on.
Helped bring in free agent quarterback Tyrod Taylor along with their new superstar running back. Although bringing in a quarterback wasn't necessarily a surprise, adding multiple running backs to a seemingly solidified position was. In the first round of cuts, the team shockingly released Bills legend Fred Jackson.
After everything he's done for this organization and the guys in that locker room, they really like Fred Jackson. He deserved better. They should have treated him better.
Jackson was climbing in age, and Buffalo Bills general manager Doug Whaley wanted to get younger at the position, with 27-year-old LeSean McCoy and rookie Karlos Williams. As the dramatic preseason came to an end, the Buffalo Bills geared up to face off against the Indianapolis Colts in their Week 1 matchup. Not only was this Karlos Williams' debut in the NFL, it was also the most anticipated Buffalo Bills season opener in recent memory. The Bills jumped out to a 10-point lead, and late in the first half, Karlos Williams was called upon to make a play. On his first NFL carry, he took the ball 26 yards to the end zone to give the Bills a 16-0 lead. This became known as one of the loudest Buffalo crowds in history.
You didn't see much of Karlos Williams in preseason.
And Bills Mafia erupted for their rookie running back. He finished with 55 yards rushing and a touchdown in a 27-14 Bills victory. Williams became a touchdown machine, reaching the end zone in each game he played in, including a Week 4 loss against the Giants where he suffered a concussion. The rookie running back finished the game but was hospitalized Monday morning after waking up in severe pain. This injury sidelined him for 3 weeks, but when he returned, it was more of the same. Against the Miami Dolphins, he rushed for 110 yards and 2 touchdowns. Williams now had 6 touchdowns in his first 5 games in the NFL and was scoring at a historic pace. The Bills would head to New Jersey on a short week to face off against their head coach's former team, the New York Jets. Not only was Rex going to get a crack at his former team in prime time, it was also the debut of the red color rush jerseys. With the score 12-3 early in the third quarter, Karlos Williams caught a 26-yard touchdown pass from Tyrod Taylor. He had become just the second player in league history to score a touchdown in the first 6 games of his career, tying the Patriots' Robert Edwards, who did it in 1998. The Bills eked out a 22-17 victory against the New York Jets, and it was on to next week. In a 20-13 loss against the Patriots, Williams rushed for 11 yards on 6 attempts. His consecutive touchdown streak had come to an end. He reached the end zone only twice in his last 5 games, as the 8-8 Bills missed the playoffs for their 16th consecutive year. In the spring of 2016, Karlos Williams showed up to OTAs overweight. According to Adam Schefter, the running back ballooned up to 261 pounds. He was held out of practice for being out of shape. When asked by a reporter what kind of injury was holding Williams back, he replied with, "Injury of pregnancy, I would say." This dude's fiance was pregnant, and he wasn't about to let her feast alone. In an attempt to explain himself, Karlos Williams said this: "It definitely is a first, but I like to eat. And then her being pregnant gave me an excuse to eat, so eating anything and everything. She'd wake up, 1 or 2 o'clock, I want a snack. Well, I'm not going to sit here and watch you eat because I don't want you to feel bad. But it's back to football. She's getting back to working out herself, so kind of motivating each other, feed off each other's energy, and we're getting ready for camp. Although head coach Rex Ryan wasn't thrilled with the running back's weight gain, he told the media he wasn't about to give up on Williams. In late August, Williams was suspended 4 games for violating the league's substance abuse policy. That, plus the inability to shed the extra weight by the end of training camp, gave the Bills cause for concern. On August 20th, 2016, Karlos Williams was released from the Buffalo Bills. When asked about the move, Doug Whaley said, "He came in behind the 8 ball and never caught up. In light of that, why hang on to him?" On October 11th, 2016, Williams had seemingly gotten a second chance. He signed with the Pittsburgh Steelers. However, on November 23rd, 2016, he was suspended for another 10 games after violating the league's substance abuse policy for the second time in less than 6 months. Karlos Williams signed with the Pittsburgh Steelers once his suspension was lifted, but was released 2 months later. On June 28, 2017, he was suspended a full year after violating the league's substance abuse policy for a 3rd time. In November of 2019, Williams signed a futures contract with the Toronto Argonauts for the 2020 season. In the spring of 2020, The Athletic released an interview with the ex-Bill. Karlos Williams has still not forgiven Doug Whaley for cutting him. While discussing his anger with Matthew Fairburn, the former Bills running back said this: "You know what's funny? When I was in Buffalo, I knew something was wrong when they drafted Jonathan Williams. I knew something was up. Y'all had alternative plans. Y'all bring Reggie Bush to camp and allow him to practice? Reggie Bush went negative rushing yards for the season. And y'all release me? Doug Whaley can eat a dick. Doug Whaley can die in a hole and drink bleach. I'm dead serious. The reason I didn't play in the XFL is because Doug Whaley's name was on it. I'm dead serious." As you might have guessed, Williams apologized soon after in a tweet stating, "Yesterday I did an interview with The Athletic. When asked about being released in Buffalo, I was emotional and it's still a hard time and hard to deal with. But I should have kept my opinions to myself, and with everything going on, I apologize for my comments about Doug Whaley." Although he apologized, this is still another red flag for potential teams that might have been interested in Williams. Although the running back is 27 years old, I believe in the right situation, he can still be an effective player in the NFL. Only time will tell if he will get another opportunity. Thanks for watching. If you would like to see more Buffalo Bills documentaries, please subscribe to the channel and let me know in the comments what player you would like to see featured in the next documentary. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.